Hey all, 'tis me, I am back. Sorry I've been busy the past few days and having a little bit more of a life than I do now. Not really. Anyway, um, this particular blog is going to be a mishmash of different subjects. The first one I want to talk about is my school. Well, these past few days haven't been the greatest for my school because once again I got in a fight with my English teacher. Now, or I've had disagreement more so. The reason I do not like my English teacher, now, one, she really tries really hard to be cool with the popular kids, but they make fun of her all the time, and that part I feel really bad for her, but she's kind of mean to me. Now, if you can guess from these videos, probably not, I'm a really random person, and I'm kind of have an inflated ego about my intelligence. I like to think I'm up on things, but I'm really just random and incoherent. That's great. Well, this teacher pointed out, and I guess that got me mad at her. Yep. But yeah, she one time told me my opinion didn't matter because I was incoherent, and that's like the wrong thing to do to me. You not tell me my opinion does not matter, because no matter how random, how irrelevant it is, everyone's opinion matters. Okay, that's done with. Um, let's see here. Today we had an assembly, during our last period, and we were able to go to our new gym and listen to the symphony. Personally, I think classical music is quite relaxing and very nice. And the only reason I was a little upset about skipping class to do that is because 7th period is my favorite class. Because it has a cool teacher, and it's psychology too, and I love psychology. Um, anyway, we got there. I sat down way up in the front and way up in the back. And swear to God, there were so many people who just not shut up. Like, it's like everyone in that school is so uncultured, such idiots that they couldn't shut up. Like, oh my God, they're doing bells. And see, the freshmen, they just got done doing Edgar Allan Poe for their English unit. So, bells, bells, bells. And, I like Poe. It's just, the only reason they know is because of school, and they don't even really appreciate it for what it really is. It's just another assignment to them. But yeah, let's see. That kind of sucked. I had to listen to idiots talk the whole time. Then I had a teacher kept on telling the other people to be quiet, but then that talking just adds to the talking, and it's really freaking obnoxious. I was just going to come over and go, ma'am, could you please be quiet? I'm trying to enjoy the show. But, of course, that get me in trouble because I'm arguing with a teacher, but it's a load of crap. I wanted to hang out with my friend today. Didn't get to see her. That sucked ass. Because my sister was in a bit hurry to go to the mall, and she had to get what she wanted, and my mom, of course, bends over and kisses her ass about it. In comic-related news that happened to me lately, new issue of Hulk came out. Yep, it's pretty damn interesting. They're now color-coding the Hulks, so there's a new red Hulk and a blue Abomination. Maybe next we'll have, like, an orange Spider-Man or some shit, it's random crap. This one's relatively boring because I don't have much to complain about. I mean, I could pull something out my ass, but that's not cool. I'm glad to see that thing from Hellstrom videos that they'll be coming back. That's great. That's bitchin'. That's awesome. Got done with my Spanish video project, so that's great. Now, I'm really getting fed up with some of the gangster kids at school. Not the kind that, like, beat me up, but the kind that just sit there and they're all talk. And I've always said this before, I don't mean to make it a race issue, but these are white kids, and they all have this really retarded look on their face, like they have freaking Down syndrome. And they think they're tough shit because they smoke some weed or some shit. It's fucking ridiculous, okay? Listen, or losing your virginity, I have nothing against sex or anything, that's great. But to be honest, if I wanted to quit being a virgin, like, thinking that'll make me cooler, I could run over to, like, Minneapolis or something with, like, $200 and lose my virginity. Really, I could go to a whore, like, yeah, hey, I'm a virgin. Unmake me a virgin. Yeah, it's not, I don't feel the need to verify my own existence by fucking another person. Let's see. Just in case you're wondering, I'm gonna get the computer screen to make sure I don't make the video too long. Let's see here. I didn't get called goth today for once. That was great. Um, More Virginia Tech shooting jokes. You really think they'd be a little more highbrow than that, but they're not. And these are kids that are older than me, so it's freaking ridiculous. I mean, I just sit there and laugh like, that's cool, that's funny, But and I don't care personally, but that's really not a cool subject to make fun of. You do not make fun of freaking Virginia Tech, you know. Personally, the way I look at it, sure, he shouldn't have done that, but what it looked like to me, he's a fucking nerd who just got freaking tired of it. And you know what? That could be any nerd. It's not just a race thing. It's not because he was Asian and he got pushed to the limit. Okay, you think about it. It's not like I think a lot of the people who are nerds realize this. It's not going to be that thing where they come back to the high school reunion and the football player is overweight and then they own a successful business. It's not going to be like that. It never will be. I think they realize that they're essentially stuck. Sweeney Todd, there are only two people in the world. There's one staying put in his proper place, and the other one with his foot in the other one's face. And that's how it works. Okay? There are people on top, and there are people who strive to achieve, and there are people who just get sat on. And it really disgusts me to see that way. I'm not communist or stereotypical like that, but I think the good thing about the communism is that they honor all the workers, and I'd like to see, instead of professional athletes getting paid all that fucking money, I'd like to see, how about farmers, they're providing, all the food. I mean, I live in the Midwest, so of course I'm going to want my nation, my part of the country to get a lot of money, but fucking athletes. This guy just got caught with steroids. Okay, and then what do? He's still going to get a lot of money. He still gets all that royalties he has left over. Great. But you know what? It wouldn't be such a big fucking deal if we didn't give him so much money, because it's like an investment. You want to invest in something? Invest in the place that's giving us food, okay? Get better farming equipment. Get more, herbologists or scientists of plants to work on developing better foods. Maybe we could solve world hunger with vegetation. Do you ever think of that? No, because we're too busy fucking watching some idiot use a stick to hit a piece of, leather. It's ridiculous, okay? Yeah. And this is just for all sports in general. Personally, I never got football, and there's probably a lot of you out there this fucker doesn't know what he's talking about. Great, that's great. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm entitled to mine. I personally don't like sports. I can see physical activity, that's why I lift weights. It doesn't really show, but I lift weights. And, you know what? I think physical activity is great, but if you're paying a lot of fucking money to watch people, get beat the shit out of each other, that's great. Entertainers, pro wrestling, fake sport. But you know what? I really don't put too much value on sports. So a fake sport to me is kind of like fake cow shit. It's good for laughs. Yep, and actually I did get made fun of today, not from Virginia Tech or anything, but this guy came up to me and goes Ryan, why do you waste your money on all these comic books and shit? I'm like, well, I don't know. You're a football fan, aren't you? Yeah, Green Bay, all the way, Green Bay. Well, how much money do you spend on Green Bay merchandise, tickets, souvenirs, and all that crap every year? Don't you get an NFL ticket? Yeah, I do. Well, how much does that cost you? I'm pretty sure it'll even out. So even though I'm wasting my money on comic books, which is made up fantasy, you're wasting your money on people beating the shit out of each other for a leather ball. Yeah, it's great. Probably gonna get a lot of replies saying, you fucking Asian can't play fucking baseball. I don't care. I really don't care. And if there are friends out there who see this, once again, I don't care. I don't like baseball. I don't like football. I can watch them and not be bored, but I'm not going to be a big fan of them. Comic book nerd all the way. Horror fan all the way. Well, that's about it. So to sum it up, I talked about English teachers, shitheads at school again, symphony music, comics, sports and comics, and yeah. So peace out. Enjoy.